Welcome to KCCA. My name is Jennifer Musisi, Executive Director KCCA. We're going to take you around the projects of KCCA, see some of the things that we're doing, meet the people that are behind it, and just get to know the plans that we have for the city. So welcome. The Directorate of Gender, Community Services and Production is responsible for community engagement, training and building capacity in people to improve their household incomes. We work with the youth, we work with women, we work with other groups all over the city. Harriet is going to show you a bit of what we do under that directorate.
One of the challenges that we face is a high level of unemployment among the young people, and KCCA has developed a multi-pronged approach. The place where we are at is KCCA Employment Services Bureau. The class that we have has just finished a course in ICT, entrepreneurship and leadership. We interface with two main categories of young people, those who are looking for jobs and those who would want to start up their own enterprises.
Myself, I'm a fashion designer, but through the course, I've gained many skills. I can now use internet to search for the latest fashions. Then I can also use internet to market my products. Since it is a competitive world, we have to see what other designers do. So I use all the skills to market my products.
The skills that they get from here enable them to be able to create their own jobs and to be able to employ other people if their enterprises grow.
The skills that I've acquired here, I intend to use them by helping the youth, educating them, and probably open up a cafe because I have 2 computers so far. At least I can train like 16 people a day.
For the ones that are looking for employment, we have a program that is called ISAF. It's a partnership between KCCA, Uganda Youth Parliamentary Forum, and the Voluntary Services Organization. And those ones, the plan is to place them into host institutions where they can get basic experience in the workplace and increase their employability. One of the programs that the young people can benefit from, especially the ones that want to do their own business, is the community-driven demand program, which is popularly known as CDD. Now, out of about 240 groups that access CDD money on an annual basis, we have about 20% that are doing exceptionally well.
Each year, the government of Uganda allocates about 1.3 billion for the community-driven development program, CDD. That money is allocated to the different divisions. So in each division, we fund about 50 groups, comprising of about 20 members. They could be women, youth, or men. So Tuyiyenyo Women's Group that you see here is one of such groups that we've supported in Nakawa division.
Twasalawo so tukole ekitali mu kitundu kwe kusalawo nti katumeze emmwanyi naye ng'obusobozi tebukola ki tebumala. KCCA yaleeta ssente n'ezituwa miliyoni 5 naye bwe yazituwa nga tulina okugula obutimba buno obulaba, tulina okugula obuveera nga bw'obulabye, tulina okugula ebifukirira amazzi. Buli kye tukola kyonna kigumu, tetulina kibanja. Tuli meeting 12 era kati we twogerera twafunye ekifo ekyokubiri tugenda okulimira ki emmwanyi. Kino tetunnatuusa kivaamu, kituwoomedde.
Ekibiina kino twakitandika olw'embeera embi abakyala gye twalina mu kitundu. Ey'entalo kulwanagana n'abaami nga ssente z'akameeza tezimala. Twatandika n'emitwalo 36. Netugenda netufuna abasomesa sabbuuni, netusalawo netugenda mu KCCA netusaba ssente za CDD. Ne bazituwa miliyoni 5. Kati ssente ezo okuva lwe zajja zaatwongeramu amaanyi. Zituzimbye, twali tukola sabbuuni mutono, naye kati tukola mungi, netufuna n'akatale ne kagaziwa. Tusobola olunaku okukola ebidomola 3. Naye kati abakyala entala awaka zaakendeera. Drama eyo twagitandika, omanyi bwe twakuŋŋaananga wano okukola sabbuuni. Omuntu ayinza okujja okukola sabbuuni naye ng'alina talenti ye. Ne tutandika okusonda ssente zaffe mpola, batupangisa okugenda okuba emikolo. Ensimbi ze tugenda tukuŋŋaanya tufunyemu n'ebyala. Ebyalaani ebyo tubitaddewo okuyamba abantu okusinga abavubuka abalenzi n'abawala okubaako kye basobola okuyiga basobole okweyimirizaawo mu nsi. Ssente za KCCA ze baatuwa eza CDD zaatuyamba okugaziya ku mirimu gyaffe. Kati tukola candles, shampoo, amanda, ate era tutrainings abantu outside ekibiina kyaffe. Tutrainings abantu bangi okukola sabbuuni era buli gye tubadde tutraininga tuleka tubakozeemu ebibiina.
The plan is to work with these beneficiaries to move them from just being grant recipients to a level where they can access credit from microfinance institutions. We believe that this is one of the ways that we can further develop the small and medium-term enterprise sector and ultimately build a strong middle class.
We're now going to take you to Chanja, our agricultural resource center. This is the place where we teach people methods of urban agriculture. That means teaching them how to grow crops and keep animals in small spaces. Among the things we do, we keep pigs. We have a demonstration piggery. We also do chicken. We're also going to start very, very soon on aquaculture. That is keeping fish and breeding fish commercially. We have got a lot of interest in this area. We have people coming to visit the center from Uganda, from outside Uganda and within Kampala, just to see what we're doing, and they pick up these methods and use them to improve their livelihood.
Behind me is the Chanja Agricultural Resource Center, one of the facilities which we're developing, where we plan to train farmers in modern techniques of urban farming. It shall also be a center for inputs for farming. We'd like it to be a collection point where people can come and learn and gather information. Pig farming is a fairly large endeavor in the city. The pig unit produces 400 piglets a year, and we normally feed them to farmers when they're 2 months, like these particular ones here. The idea behind it is that the farmers can have very good genetics. The mothers to these pigs and the parentage is of high genetic merit. They have very good growth rates, and they're from farms where they've been keeping records. Many people like to keep pigs, but their neighbors will not be happy with the odor that's associated with pigs. We're using bedding, which is straw and wood dust, and we're using an inoculant, which is made from microorganisms, which we have captured around the area. And with that, we're able to cut out the smell. We're able to create a very warm bedding material, like this one here, very fine, and nobody will know we're keeping pigs. We're using this center for demonstration so that they can actually rear pigs in environments that are friendly to the neighbors. Another technique that we're demonstrating here is the tower garden. You might not have space on the ground. You can use the height on one side of your compound. For example, here we have cucumber, which will crawl upwards. And then we have spinach, we have mint again, and then we have beetroot. Once again, space saving, neat, and something interesting to look at in your garden. We're looking now at the tower garden. We're only using an area of about 2 by 2 meters, and yet we are growing a wide variety of crops.
KCCA is responsible for the physical development of Kampala City. That means we're responsible to make sure you build properly, and what you build is acceptable within the laws and regulations of the city. Where to build, what to build, how to build it, and we do the inspections and make sure that the city is developed properly. Moses is going to show you what happens under Physical Planning Directorate.
It used to take over 90 days to get an approval for a building. But right now, we have set it on record. We can approve a building plan within 14 days. We have come a long way, but it's possible to change things in a very short time. Right now, we have a campaign to reclaim all the road reserves, all the public spaces, and beautify them and green them. This is one of the examples that we engaged the community which was doing business on this space, and they actually understood. They voluntarily removed their structures and relocated to other businesses. We believe that the land is becoming a scarce resource. We cannot afford any more horizontal developments, but we are rather encouraging high-rise buildings. We are planning for a city for 200 years. As part of proper planning for the city, we have done the Kampala Physical Development Plan. As the next step, we are rolling out the detailed neighborhood planning process. We want to ensure that each and every part of this city is planned to the detail. One example is the recent rehabilitation of Celtic Ginger Road section. We have expanded on this road. We are going to provide for border lanes, for walkways, and we are going to light it up. And that's what we hope to do even in other sections of the road. Even at Bokoto Chira section, we are going to provide for 4 lanes. We have received funding from the World Bank, so we hope to have a number of roads fixed in the next 2 or 2.5 years. We have a flyover project. It will be from the Ginger Road section all the way to Clock Tower. We hope that with the detailed design that has come into being, it will serve the purpose of decongesting the city. We have an ambition, we have a passion for this city. We want to rescue it and put it in the right place so that we can also match standards for other cities in the world.
We have a lot of staff in KCCA, but we also have a lot of properties that we use and we manage in the city. The Directorate of Administration and Human Resources is responsible for the staff welfare and all matters to do with staff, but also responsible for maintaining, looking after and securing all our properties citywide. Jennifer will tell you a bit more of what happens under that directorate.
Now that the authority has been in existence for the past 3 years, we have been able to recruit staff into the most key positions of the authority. The area that we intend to focus on is to develop the skills and competencies of these staff to make sure that they acquire the most relevant organizational competencies that are going to take the authority to the next level.
Our training unit has done a great deal. They've come up with a management development program which looks at managing yourself, then managing others, and then managing resources.
We have already managed to renovate our Makindye offices in terms of repainting. We've done the verandas, we've put in new terrazzo, and the landscape teams have been there to make the offices look like their authority offices. We have also finished renovations of Nakawa division offices. That was quite hectic because it required the revamping of the whole place. It now looks totally different from what it used to be. We've managed to upgrade City Hall. So far we've done ground floor wings A and B and first floor wings A and B. And we are going to continue until the whole structure is renovated. Our intention is to make sure that all the authority properties are renovated and rebranded to make sure that they fit within the image that we are trying to build as KCCA.
KCCA is working to build good roads for you. Over the last 3.5 years, we've been building roads all over the city, improving drainages and making Kampala more pleasant for you and a better driving experience. The directorate responsible for that is the Directorate of Engineering and Technical Services. Andrew is going to take you through some of the projects that we do all over the city.
We have put a lot of emphasis on road rehabilitation and also road upgrading. This is Ginger Road. This road has been rehabilitated and also widened. And as you can see, it's accommodating a high volume of traffic. Right now we are on Bahai Road. Bahai Road connects from Gayaza Road to Chisasi. We are doing Lugoba Road. Lugoba Road is in advanced stages too. We are doing a number of roads in the Central Division. Many of them are complete already. We have done roads in Nakasero area. We have done Kafumbe Mukasa Road, which was a very filthy area, but is now very clean and traders are free to transact their business. In Makindye, we have done Chivoli Road. We have done Go Down Road, which is actually a new link that connects 7th Street to Namuwongo. We have also done Bukasa Ring Road, and we have done Mbogo Road. In Lubaga, Mutundwe Road, this is also in very advanced stages and has a very high potential to divert traffic from Natete up to Chitebi. In Nakawa, we have done a number of roads. Most of them are complete. We have got several development partners who are partnering with us by way of providing funds to improve our infrastructure. For example, the World Bank. We are also into a cooperation agreement with Japan through their international agency called JICA. And JICA is going to provide technical assistance through training of its engineers in the maintenance of traffic lights. Also expect assistance from the government of China to construct a multi-level parking facility above the new park. We also have street lights on these roads, and we mainly want to move away from the hydro-powered street lights to solar lights. We have a road maintenance unit that is very active in the city. It has been patching roads, and already there is a marked reduction in the number of potholes in the city. We have quite a number of programs we've prepared and are ready to start. We have the 5-year Kampala Institutional and Infrastructure Development Project Phase 2. We are also working in partnership with the Ministry of Works and Transport to start the Bus Rapid Transit Project. If all these programs start on time, they are going to renew the city in the next 3 to 5 years.
KCCA is responsible for curative as well as preventive health in the city and taking care of the environment. We do this under the Directorate of Public Health and Environment. We keep the environment clean, we green the city, we make sure that drainages are desilted and cleaned out so that people don't get sick. We also make sure that we provide curative services under our various health units. We have 10 health centers all over the city. The director is going to show you what happens in this directorate.
Kisenyi Health Center 4 is in Kisenyi, and it's also one of the free public health facilities in Kampala. Kisenyi Health Services more or less brings the quality or the experience you'd actually have in a private health facility to Kisenyi. We started with 15 deliveries in January. That's for the whole of January. As of now, we are delivering 15 mothers in a day. So the movement from 15 a month to 15 a day in 6 months, to me shows that there was actually a need that is here, and there's good service that is actually being given here. But we don't only conduct deliveries, but we also do obstetric interventions like cesarean sections. It's a state-of-the-art theater. As you may see, we have all the diagnostic equipment that is here, the anesthetic equipment. And not only don't we see patients from within Kampala, but patients from outside. As you've witnessed from the services here, a mother has just had a cesarean operation and we have got a bouncing baby girl. We have opened a referral laboratory, all sorts of diagnostic tests. We can do liver function tests, renal function tests. We can even do pancreatic function tests. We have also opened up a dental unit. We have a neonatal unit. In case we have low birth weight children or children who are stressed, they can actually be taken to a neonatal unit and be taken care of before they are discharged out to the community. We are starting up a renal unit. So you can imagine all this in an area which is in an informal settlement, and to me that is a success. To our response again to persons who we think may not ideally be served, but we are bringing services closer. We have just introduced ultrasound services. We hope we can progress to having X-ray services that are inside here. We also hope training of the staff. This can be a center of excellence where staff can also train. We are already training people in circumcision again in Kisenyi. The goal is to make it a community hospital that can offer state-of-the-art maternity health services. Kawempe Health Center 4 and Chirudu Health Center 4 are being remodeled to 170-bed hospitals on 11 levels. All the level of services that you'll actually get any other private hospital you'll have in Kawempe and Chirudu.
So in the last 3.5 years, we've been able to do a number of things, as you have seen, and more that you haven't seen. I want to thank you for your contribution towards the city in terms of your revenue collection. We have made it even easier for you to pay your taxes by putting in place the eCity system. That is the electronic revenue collection system where you can pay your taxes online or using your internet banking facilities. We are working to improve your transportation in the city. We are working to ensure that the train comes back. We're working to get buses back into the road and additional buses to make it easier for you to move around the city. I want to also thank our partners and friends and people that appreciate our work out there, as a result of which we've won 21 trophies in the last year, 2014, both internationally and locally, in appreciation of the work that we're doing in the city. But we're going to do more because there's a lot more that needs to be done. We want to thank you for your participation. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your criticism. Thank you for your encouragement. We want to make Kampala a better city for all of us. working with you and us working in KCCA, Kampala will be transformed and it will be a pleasant and beautiful city for all of us. Thank you very much.